Welcome to another History Chat with Cynthia. We've been hearing a lot about Russiagate lately, and the word traitor has been bandied about. But of course, we don't know what the outcome is going to be because we're not to the end of it. It's pretty early days yet. But you might wonder if that's ever happened in history. And has a woman ever committed treason? I'm going to tell you the story of Peggy Shippen. She was in her teens when the Revolutionary War was going on, and she lived in Philadelphia. When the British occupied the city, she got to know some British soldiers, particularly John Andre, who was in intelligence. He became such a good friend that she kept a lock of his hair her entire life. It was found amongst her things after she passed away. The British evacuated in 1778, and Washington asked Benedict Arnold to take the city. By this time, he was in a very bad mood. He had fought two big battles and been injured and had not gotten money, honor, or promotions. He began to have parties with some of the ladies, and he immediately met Peggy Shippen, and she was beautiful. And of course, she saw him, and he was pretty handsome too. So they eventually married, and within a month of their marriage, he was talking about going over to the British. Very interesting. And he was using her contacts, particularly John Andre. Well, he was asking for 10,000 pounds to give information, and then he wanted to be a officer in the military. But he decided to try to get West Point to see if he couldn't have something more to offer. And then he began to say, I want 20,000 pounds. So he began to campaign to the Americans to get West Point, and his wife helped him. She campaigned so hard with some of the American officers that her sister thought she was flirting with them. Well, he finally got West Point. He weakened it, and then he wrote up the defenses and gave it to John Andre, who promptly got caught with it on his person in the handwriting of Benedict Arnold. So he had to go over to the British by this time because he was a traitor. And it's really funny. The British never trusted him. Proverbs 25 says, argue your case with your neighbor himself, and do not reveal another's secret, lest he who hears you bring shame upon you, and your ill repute have no end. And that's what happened to him. It didn't work out real well. But I would love to know what you think.